a couple minutes early, but you know, we can get going. We'll just get going now. We can wait a minute for people to filter in, but I'll start looking through what all we've got. I can even show off the dice from Thursday if people want to see. Maybe I should wait on that though. I don't know how many people are here that were here on Thursday. I do still plan on doing short on unmolding those, but I've been busy, guys. It's been a busy past couple of days getting some stuff done. Whoa. Let's not spill tea on all of this lace. Yeah, so I've got a few different materials that I was thinking we could try today. I'm not going to try all of them, but I figured we'd try some of them. But I figured I would wait a minute for folks to filter in so that people could give some 2 cents on what we're going to use. I think I want to do something in some sort of lace. I've got like a few different kinds of lace. I feel like I'd more normally go for like a neutral tone. So maybe I should go for like a pink or something, just to change things up, because that's kind of the goal here, right? Is to change things up a bit. Oh, but I don't think I'm gonna do the little playing card canes today. I'm not feeling it today for some reason. But maybe if we do this again at some point, I'm gonna put those away. I don't know, we could maybe do sequins. I think I'm gonna do, honestly these 3 sort of things. I'll show you what, like no, actually no, I'm gonna do that. Okay, I will have to decide between these 2. I've got a couple of options, but we'll figure that out. In the meantime, I'll show off the dice from Thursday. I don't have all of them here, and I'll explain that too, but here's the ones from Thursday's stream, and I will show them all off in a short at some point. There we go. I definitely like some of them better than others. I think some of them end up maybe a little bit too... This is the one that's the black with the red glitter in a liquid core. You can kind of see some of the red in there, but it's so subtle. I really should have done the black not quite as dark as I did. It's maybe a little bit too dark. I think this one turned out really cool. It's literally just red tinsel and then a black mica drop. This one might be my favorite. My concern with doing clear dice though is that they tend to yellow a little bit over time. So I know that clear resin's going to get a little bit more yellow in a few years or whatever. But yeah, I don't know, I think most of them turned out okay. This one's also really subtle. This is the one with moss in it. I think maybe if I just done red ink with the black moss, it would have been less subtle. You almost need like light shining through it to see the moss. It's really hard to see unless you like hold it up to the light. I think if I had done just the red resin with the black moss, though, it might have been a little bit better. But there's some cool dice here. I might revisit some of these ideas and fix them. I do wish that I hadn't added that little bit of gold last minute to this one, because it kind of just all dripped in the middle. Kind of all just dripped in the middle. Didn't really add too much to the design. I think the design would have been cooler without it. But okay. That's why we do experiments, so that we know how we want to change things for next time and make them even better. Alright, so it is actually past 4 now, so let's go over the plans for today. I am actually we're going to finish these up. I had one of them that had a bubble in it, and I was going to try and fix it, and then I was like, nah, I'll just re-pour it. You can see the bubble there at the corner. So we'll re-pour that one, and then I have the blanks as well, so we're going to get those put into the little, into the actual molds. But the main thing that we're working on today let me get some stuff out of the way here, is working with some new materials. So I've got a bunch of different laces and also, or possibly this really thin fabric. I'm not decided whether I want to do the lace or this really thin fabric. I'm kind of thinking maybe one of the pink laces, just because I wouldn't normally do the pink lace. And like, so that could be fun. I don't know what I'm doing it with, but might be kind of cool to work with that since I wouldn't normally. Oh, you know what? I have kind of an idea here. So I do also want to try out these little bits of, I think they're rubber, honestly. I'm not sure. I don't know if they're going to stick in the resin or if they're going to, you know, not stay encased or what. But I do want to try them out. I don't know why I'm doing a full set of dice with them, but could just do a D20, I suppose, to see if it works. But where's, you know, gotta have a sense of adventure, right? I might just do a D20 with that now that I'm thinking about it. And then, you know, I've got stuff set up. We're gonna do enough resin for 3 sets of dice. You know, I could do like 2 sets of dice and then maybe like 2 sets of D6s or fate dice instead. We could try all of the different things, but that seems more complicated. I got these little half dome, these little dome pearl cabochon things. And I was thinking we could try them. You can see. Try those in some resin. I don't know if I'd want to like try and glue them together to make little spheres first, or if I should use them as little domes. I wonder if I could, maybe there's some sort of like little thing I could put them around almost. That might be kind of cool. Who keeps texting me? Someone keeps texting me. Is it the group chat? Okay. I will respond to messages after streaming. And then the other thing that I kind of want to mess around with is sequins, because I realized when I did the dice materials videos that I haven't really messed around with just, you know, big sequins much. I think it could be kind of fun to do a set with like some of these big circles in it. I've got a few different sizes and things. It might be kind of, oh, hiccups. Might be kind of fun to try and use some of those maybe. Because then I could put those in there and then do like a mica drop or something, and the mica might go through the little holes or it might go around it. Or I could do something like, here, let me scoot these over. Let me set this down so I can kind of keep track of everything. It might be something cool if I did, so grab one of those. If I did one of these and then I did like a star on top, you know what I mean? Put some of them kind of together. Got some different colors, different shaped stars. So it might be kind of fun to do like some of the circles and some of the stars maybe, and try and put them in there. Hello, how's it going? I'm deciding what materials to work with. I don't know if I want to do, I don't need little feet. Don't know if I want to do like sequins with like a mica drop, or I'm gonna pull some of these out. If I want to do, you think these are gonna look fun? All right, let's maybe try the sequins, because I haven't done the sequins before. I think it might be fun to try them. I wonder if that'd be too big for my D20. Might be, but we'll pull it out. I think let's do little round ones. We'll do round ones and star-shaped ones. Full sharp star-shaped ones. There's like these weird little ones that almost look like, I don't know why why are they shaped like this? Looks like arms and legs almost. It's very strange. But I'll grab the, oops, that's a foot. To grab some little cute square ones too. I'm just going for kind of more neutral sort of shapes. I've got like a flower here and a couple hearts, but I don't know that I want to do those. I'm going a little bit more kind of generic, I think, with the shapes. Trying to go generic. But I am going to do all these like blue ones, I think. I think I'm going to stick to kind of this blue theme. And we'll pick out a couple of sequins for each die. But I'm thinking maybe a mica drop with them, because I think that might look cool. I'm hoping that like the mica would drip in and around all the sequins. I think that could be cool if it actually does. Okay, that's probably enough sequins, right? I wasn't planning to add like a ton to each one. Oh, here's some more though. Oh yeah, I've got little flower shaped ones, leaf shaped ones. I did also pull out, I have these little sequins that I was debating. I don't know where I got these, but there's this little pack of like flower and leaf, oh, is it gonna focus? Flower and leaf shaped ones. I thought those are honestly kind of pretty, but I might mess around with those later. I want to try some of these big sequins because I haven't really, oh, thanks. Yeah, that's something I've definitely worked on a lot, is trying to make my dice as clean as possible. Yeah, I think mica dripping through sequins would be cool. So let's try some of the bigger sequins and then a mica drop with it. We'll figure out a color for that in a second after we figure out what all sequins we want. But I am thinking, let's just do blue sequins. I like blue. I'm thinking, like I said, I'm thinking lace and then the rubber bits. I don't know. What do you guys think on do you think the rubber bits are gonna work? Folks that have done resin, I think this is bits of rubber. I don't know. I found it like at like a secondhand type craft store thing. This was just full of like scrap materials and stuff. I think this is little bits of rubber. Oh, if it'll focus. Focus! Focus! There we go. I think it's little bits of rubber. But do you guys think that the resin will stick to these and actually like keep them in the dice, or do you think it's gonna like end up weird? That's my concern there, is that it's gonna all be like turned into like Swiss cheese. I could do it in blanks. That's not a bad idea, honestly. Maybe we do blanks instead of a set. That would probably be wise. It's such small little pieces. Something I found with like sprinkles and the like little bits of resin too, is that quite often, you know, I mix them up in just clear resin and I put them into the molds. I end up with like I end up with gaps at the top and like bubbles. And I think it's just because there's so much air that gets trapped around all the little things that doesn't have a chance to escape before, you know, I get them in the pressure pot and stuff, that it doesn't fill in. They may float. I don't know. I don't know what the density is like. Let me put these away. And we'll grab some blanks. I really should, I think, sand my blanks down a little bit more and make some new... sand my blanks down some more and make some new molds for them. I think they're still a little bit too big, but I have remade them and tried to make them a little bit smaller. You know, I label all my blank molds. They actually say, you know, 20 and 12. I should actually do that with my actual molds. That'd make it easier for putting them away. D12, 2 10s, D8, D6, and D4. So we'll try blanks with the rubber bits, and I'm thinking maybe just the rubber bits and clear resin, because we're just trying this material to see how it does. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna float or sink. That's an experiment there, but I think blanks is the right call. I think that was a good call. Okay, so oh, you know, maybe we could do this together. So I had two other materials here that I was debating. I have like a bunch of different kinds of lace or like a really thin fabric here. And I was leaning towards trying one of these like pink laces, because honestly, I wouldn't normally go for like a pink lace. And so I thought it might be fun to try something that is outside of my norm. Maybe this one. I like this one actually. I think this one's pretty. It's a good like flat, oops, just good like flat, kind of traditional-ish lace. I think that one will look good in the resin. And then the other thing I was debating was, let me show you, pin that back again. These little like dome pearl things. So it's literally just half pearls. But maybe we could use those together. Maybe we could do like this and some of these. Because I have actually two colors of which. Yeah, I could put 2 colors of lace. Why not? But I was thinking, what if we did pink and then some of these? Actually, I kind of like the green with the pink. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we could do more than one color. Do like pink and blue or something. Kind of these pastel-y colors. Or pink and white. I kind of like this pink and then this like, these like yellow, camera. These yellow-green ones. I feel like those would be kind of pretty together. The thing with these is that they are little like half domes. So I was debating whether I should try to glue some of them together to make little spheres. I think, all right, I'm gonna set these over here. I think I am sold on pink lace at the very least. And I think I'm gonna save these sequins for some other time. So I'm gonna set them over here out of the way. But I do think that'd be fun to work with at some point. Where do I set these? They can go here. But yeah, should I try to, I could use Elmer's glue or UV resin to try and glue some of them together. I feel like I'd need a fair number of them though, right? And I don't know if I want to take the time to glue them all together. Hello, how's it going? What do we think though of the of that green color with the pink though? I'm thinking this pink and then like these maybe. I think I kind of like those. I feel like this fun contrasty colors. But it would be kind of, or I could do both of these. Do like this really like this darker pink, orange pinkish color that matches, and then like the green. But yeah, I don't know if I want to take the time to glue them into spheres, or if I want to just leave them as little half spheres. I could just leave them as little half spheres. Well, while I'm thinking on that, let's divvy out our circle and square and star sequins to some molds here. I am wondering, I have this one big star. I'm wondering if that'll fit in a D20. I don't know. I also don't want to scratch up my D20 though when I'm trying. I don't really want these like touching the sides because they'll kind of, yeah, I think that's a little bit too big. A little bit too big. Let me put that back in here. Ah, sorting through Magic the Gathering cards. That sounds like a good time. I like sorting things. So let's see. So that one is a little bit big, but I think we can definitely do, you know, some of these smaller circles. We've got a few different colors here. So we'll do that. Maybe like, I don't think I need very many because we're going to do a mica drop too. So I'm thinking we don't need a ton of, you know, that. We'll be pouring resin in 10 minutes. You'll be listening and watching. Yeah, I get you. I've said before that part of the reason I started streaming is because I like, you know, studio art classes. You know, I like just hanging out with people while crafting. And this is a little bit like that. Has some of the same vibe. I don't know if the D10s will fit one of these circles. These might be too big. Yeah, those are going to be too big. So those circles are now off the table, but I think it will fit in the D12 just fine. So these circles are now off the table. I mean, you know, I say I like sorting. I don't make time to sort my own stuff. I should show you guys the murder room. That sounds worse than it is. I feel like I should explain that. Don't click off the video, I swear, there's an explanation there. My utility room, so you know, the one that has like the water heaters and the central HVAC and stuff. We call that the murder room, and there's a reason for that. Anyways, it's turned into kind of my craft storage room a little bit. I decided, you know, I have all sorts of random junk that I have saved just because I was like, ooh, I bet I could use this in an art project at some point. And so I've just accumulated tons of stuff that I'm like, I could use this in an art project at some point. And I haven't. So, oh good, you can't see that. I think I posted a photo. It is the same room that has the ceramic dolls, like up in the rafters, just... Yes, it is where I hid the dolls, exactly. Yes, it is the room with the dolls. But it is also covered in stuff at the moment, all over the floor, because whenever I get a free chance, one of my nice go-to relaxing projects is I'll put a video on my phone or some music or something, and I'll just sit in there and sort through all the random junk. I was debating at one point trying to do like a stream or something of just sitting, like a chill stream of sitting in there and working on things, but on sorting things. I don't know if that would be all that interesting though, and I feel like maybe that would be less relaxing for me, but where was I going with this? Oh, I was going to tell you why it's called the murder room though. I mean, there's a few reasons. Now it just has creepy dolls in it, but it's because when we moved in to the house, it's like the only room in the basement that's unfinished, that still just has like the wood frame, you know, it doesn't have any sheetrock or anything. Actually, I guess these rooms, I don't know if these rooms have sheetrock either, it's like painted concrete, but it's like the only unfinished room in the basement. And it was a pantry at one point, pretty sure. And it had this like dark, mysterious stain just splattered on the wall. It was a can that exploded. I think my brother actually got rid of the can, doing some cleaning and stuff. But it's just literally this unfinished room in the basement that just has the, you know, the wood, and it has the water heaters and the HVAC system in it, and then like this dark stain across the wall. At one point I did some photos in that room with a bunch of just candles all over the floor in there, and then I just left the candles for a while. So it looked like there was some sort of like dark ritual that was going on in there. Let me do that, that. That's why that's called the murder room. But, why was I talking about the murder room? I've lost my train of thought, guys. Oh, sorting things. Yeah, no, I have a good time of just sitting in there and sorting things. And it's a good time. It's very relaxing. You should post a picture of your basement door. It looks like there was a fire down there, and there's a handprint in the smoke stain. No idea how that happened. Oh gosh. That's somehow, yeah. I feel like you have your own murder room. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, should we decide on... Oh, I don't know if the stars are going to fit in the C4, actually. Let me see. But yeah, you should totally... I'd be interested in seeing this, crazy room that you have with the smoke handprint and things. Oh no, this star will fit. This star will fit. That's good. I wonder if this would fit in the D6 too. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Hello! I'm good. I felt like a little tiny bit of a headache today. I think it's just because it's been kind of like windy and rainy and stuff here, so there's pressure changes. I feel like that usually gives me a little bit of a headache, which is unfortunate, but happens pretty often. I I don't know, it's a busy day too. I've got some stuff I need to get done before shipping things out tomorrow. I've got like some Patreon D20s that I need to ink so I can get those shipped tomorrow. And a couple of things for some orders that I need to finish up. But it's good. It's good. I'm having a good time. All right. We've got our sequins figured out. We should figure out what colors we want to do with the sequins. I'm thinking maybe some sort of like light. Oh, you know what I was thinking? Maybe one of these like ones where it's white and then it like shimmers a different color. So these are all kind of blue. I was thinking maybe, wait, are we doing everything? Oh, that was pink and green. Like I could do like this one that's like white and then shimmers like yellow. This one's actually called olive. It's kind of a yellow-green. Or I could do one that's white and then shimmers blue. You can kind of see the blue tone there. Or we could do purple. I mean, we could also go for like a darker color. I do think one of these like kind of color shifty ones would be really pretty though. Like this one's kind of like blues and greens. Ooh. Oh, it's really trying to figure out color balance there. Yeah, it's like blues and greens. That one could be kind of pretty. But it would definitely blend in more. I was thinking maybe one of these light ones because it would not blend in as much with them. You know, I want the sequins to definitely be visible. This one's pretty too, but I don't think that one's quite. This one's more purple. These are, I think there's some purple, but I mean, I could do both of these, but I worry that it'd blend in. If I did the blue violet and the blue, like the blue green colors, I worry that it would kind of like, these might blend in too much. I don't want the, I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm just looking over what I got. I mean, I can go with just a straight, like, blue one or something, too, but I feel like one of these color shifting ones would be nice. Oh, this one's just more like a... This one's more of like a blue with a little bit of purple. I think that one would be better. Hello! Oh, you're gonna make your first set of dice tomorrow? That's so exciting! I hope you have a lot of fun with that. It's a lot of fun. I will say dice are a bit of a challenge, but they're fun. That's how I always say it. Elden Ring. Fair. Well, good luck. Good luck in Elden Ring. I could do all three of these though too. I just worry that these are kind of similar to some of the. Ooh. If you're just joining, by the way, I'm trying new materials. One of the things that I'm trying is sequins. You have too much time on your hands anyway. You know, sometimes it's a good problem to have. Sometimes it's not a good problem to have. I've got all these sequins because I haven't really tried larger sequins in resin. We're going to try doing a mica drop with it. I was grabbing these colors. These are very similar to these colors, so I worry that they might blend in too much. They'd match well. I could go some sort of contrasty. What's opposite? Blue, orange. I'm gonna have this kind of an orangey. I mean, I could go for like a... I was thinking maybe this one. This one's maybe a little bit more green, but this one's like a white interference, like yellow-green. That could be pretty. And that would have a little bit more contrast. I just don't want it, I don't want it to feel like it doesn't match. But if we go for like kind of a yellow-green, maybe we could go in like the other direction. Because we've got kind of a range from like teal to kind of a purple-blue. So maybe if we did like a yellow and maybe like an interference pink or something. We could do like an interference pink. No, I think maybe just the yellow. What do you guys think? Should we just do the yellow? I'm kind of thinking maybe just the yellow. I could do interference blue. Looking through my colors over here. I could go for this golden. I could do all three of these too. Go all the way from yellow to like the teal to like the blue purple. It's one of those things where it's like I want it to be interesting. I don't want it to be boring, but I am probably gonna overdo it. Let's just go for the yellow. If we decide like later on while we're getting things set up that it's gonna be boring, we can add some more. We've also got our blanks here. We're going to try these rubber bits in it because I don't know how the rubber bits are going to do in the resin. I don't know if they'll stick or what. So we're trying that in blanks. And then the last one, I'm thinking I'm going to do this pink lace. This pink lace here. And then I'm thinking with that of doing some of these little these little cabochon pearls. But I was trying to debate whether I should try and glue some of them together into actual little spheres. Let's try it. I'm going to try gluing one of them and see how hard it is to do. And then we can decide from there. I do have UV resin, or is it going to be easier with Elmer's glue? I don't have Elmer's glue. We're going to try UV resin. So, let's see here. Just try one of these. I'm just gonna set this here. The thing with UV resin though, of course, is that you have to get light in there to actually get things to cure. Where's my tweezers? And so if I'm trying to put like two things together, there might not be, if I put, you know, these two together and then I shine a light at it, the light might not get in there. I don't know. Kind of fluoresces. I'll try to move it around as much as I can. Because I don't know. I don't know if it's going to actually stay or not. I also don't know if it's going to be worth the amount of time it might take to do a bunch of these. But see if that's actually stuck together. Oh, yeah, it seems like it's actually stuck together. It's not just coming apart immediately. Oh, that wasn't too bad actually. Look, we've got a little pearl. All right, so maybe we'll try making a bunch of these. I was originally hoping to grab something over here to use as a place to dot some of the UV resin down. Okay. I think it'll be okay. I do think I want to do maybe a mix of like the greens and the darker pinks. This is going to go with the pink. I'll go, let's see if you guys can see what I'm working on over here. This is going to go with the pink lace. That's my thought anyways. Grab a little pool of that. And we're going to kind of dot it in between these. Do I have a little? No. I was wondering if I have, at one point I got like a little tool that was kind of like, it looked like a pencil, like a white pencil, but it's actually like a wax pencil, and you use it for like the little nail charms and things to pick them up because they're so thin and light that, just a second, trying to, they're so like thin and light that you can just kind of like, you know, smush the little bit of wax against it, and that's sticky enough to pick them up. Throw that in there. I just kind of want them solid enough to stay together, and then I'm gonna I'll nuke them again with the torch, the flashlight. And also, if there's a little bit of UV resin on the outside, it's not a huge deal because I am going to be putting these into regular resin, so it won't be super visible. Might be able to see it a little bit, but it won't be too bad. That one's maybe not perfectly spherical, but it's enough. Oops, I dropped one over here. I wasn't sure how I felt about these little like pearl things. I was like, I don't know, they don't feel that pearl-like. But now that I've actually made some little spheres, I'm feeling better about them. They look better to me. There's also cat hair in here. There's always cat hair in there. So let's see. Hey Soto99, what's your plans for your first set of dice? You said you're making your first set tomorrow, right? So do you have any ideas what sort of stuff you're gonna put in it, or what sort of colors and things you're gonna want to try? I can't remember what like my first set of dice was. It might have been some of the first sets I made. Just a second. I did make a few sets initially with like the super cheap, you know, molds from like Amazon. I really don't remember. I think I just made some individual dice actually on that one. I think I did some that just had like flowers in it, and I honestly asked around and found some other resin techniques to try. But the first like set that I made with like my nice molds, it might have been just like a pure opaque peach set. I still have it. Somewhat simple design, and it was just because for some reason I really wanted just a set of like soft, you know, kind of pastelish peach dice, and I just hadn't seen them. I was like, I want dice like this, and it's a simple design, but I'm gonna make them. And I still have them. They're nice. Did I repolish those ones? Can't remember. I went back and repolished some of my first sets of dice because they were not nearly as polished as my stuff is now. Hopefully. So you have a collection of sample mica powders and alcohol inks. You're thinking maybe a dirty pour with black and purple, or just purple mica. Your molds are from Nano Lab Maker. I don't know if I've heard of them, but do they do all sorts of different molds? I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with a lot of things. They could be very, very popular. I just wouldn't know. That's fun though. I think micas and alcohol inks are just a good choice for things. I don't know. I find them to be some of the best or easiest things for resin. A few molds. You just have a 7-set cap mold and a crystal D4 mold. Oh, okay. I mean, that's really all you need, right? I feel like one of the things with the dice too is like, you know, might as well start small scale and see if you like it, and if you do, you can always snowball from there. This definitely was a snowball sort of thing. Did not expect to be doing all the dice stuff. Just tried it out because it looked like fun. So I want like at least one of these in each die, but I'm figuring I want more than one of these in each die, so we're gonna make a few of these. Oops, I put a little bit too much UV resin on this one. I think that sounds like a good plan though. I do like purple. I should do more in... There's so many fun colors. It's actually been a while, I guess. I'm kind of a sucker for doing like pink and blue sets of dice. I guess it's kind of been a while since I've done like a... I've done a little tiny bit with 2-part epoxy resin. Let me see if I have any of my first stuff down here. Oh, I just whacked my leg. Yeah, I do. I have some stuff here that's from before I ever did dice. And then some of my first dice with the cheap molds and things. I got like one of the little things of resin. And you can see this is like before I got a pressure pot and stuff. There's a thistle flower. You can see all the bubbles and stuff in there. But I tried doing like, I don't know, all sorts of things. Let's see. You know, I had little molds like this that I just messed around with. I tried making some like random jewelry, putting random things in resin. I'll probably do something with this one. A lot of it was not necessarily, oh, this one's not bad. How's this one in here? I don't mind this one. I mean, I think maybe this one ended up in here because this was before I got a pressure pot, so it has all sorts of bubbles in it. But I was just kind of trying to make like some little pieces of jewelry. Oh yeah. Oh, I quite like this one actually. This one was very simple, but I like that one. This was definitely from before I ever did dice. Nice little blue one with a shell attached there. It was mostly, so what happened was, oh, that one's kind of cool too. I like this one too. I should pull some of these out and actually like do something with them because they're kind of cool. It's just full of like nuts and bolts. Just a second here. That was the that was my little container of pearls that it landed in. This is why I shouldn't start grabbing random things. I think I found them. This is why I shouldn't start grabbing all the random things. This was supposed to be like a notebook cover. There's all sorts of stuff in here. But no, I did soap before I ever did resin. Where was this? Oh, it's down here. Oh, I've got more here too, actually. Here's some more. Yeah, here's more. I did soap before I ever did resin. And the thing with soap is that you end up, oh, you're with your parents and they have like 3 air compressors, so getting a pressure pot wasn't a big deal. Oh, that's nice, yeah. I do want to do some of this. Some of these I really like, and I'd like to do with the pressure pot. Like, I liked this kind of design for like a coaster. I thought it was really fun because I had like a few of them, kind of like an overgrown thing. But I did soap, and the thing with soap is that you can't make just 1 bar of soap. You end up with like 10 bars of soap. And so I ended up with a ton of soap because I was doing cold process soap. Ooh, well, I don't know, there's all sorts of things in here. And so, since I had so much, I started selling it at a local, holiday bazaar. And then I was like, well, I don't want to just sell soap. I don't have that much. It was kind of one of those things where it's very much a hobby, but it was like enough soap that I wanted to sell it, but I didn't have so much soap that it was like really a business. I just like making soap. But I was like, I need some other stuff to sell too at this one holiday bazaar that I do a year. And so I started making some, you know, little resin necklaces and things. They're definitely, I should make some more, honestly. But they're definitely not as polished as my stuff now. My stuff now is a lot more finished. Yeah, exactly. I like that, like, overgrown steampunk kind of vibe. I want to do more with that. I have a tray over here that has that same sort of look. It's also actually from before I did the pressure pot, I think, because I don't think, yeah, let me grab it. I'll try not to drop it in my little pearls. It's sitting over here because I want to do another layer on it, but yeah, I've got this little tray that was from before I ever did dice and things. Let's see, your first attempt with Guitar Hero fret buttons didn't go so well. Here's to, oh, were you trying to make the buttons? I should show you guys, it's still down here, or did I take it upstairs? I have another tray that's kind of similar to that, but like a lot more overgrown. It has like some fairy circle type things in it too. Yeah, I don't know, I like doing stuff like that. When I first started making dice, one of my initial plans was to do, oh, you're modding, oh, okay, cool, modding the controllers, that's cool. I have a thing about that in just a second, if I remember to talk about it. When I first, what was I saying? I remember what I was saying now. This is, welcome to one of my streams. This is a very normal occurrence. I'll start talking about something and then get distracted by something else and then forget what I was talking about. Was it the, I can't remember what it was. I said when I was first, yeah, ADHD. Yeah, pretty much. Goodbye, working memory. What was I talking about? Post-apocalyptic steampunk world. Guitar Hero Frizz. Was it the tray? What was I saying? It was when I first started doing something, but I don't remember what it was that I was first started doing. Oh, when I first started making dice. That's right. When I first started making dice, one of my original plans was to mostly make dice that had little like scenes in them. Little like dioramas. Some of the names that I was, you know, snowballing, you know, trying to come up with like a name for my business and shop and things before I ordered masters and things, had to do with basically making little dioramas, but went with something a little bit more generic than that, which is good because I like doing stuff that's not that as well. But I do still enjoy doing some of that stuff, trying to make like little scenes and things in trays and dice. I think it's really fun. It just takes a lot of time. This is kind of related to that. I videotape all of the commissions that I do. I'm hoping to bring back commissions at the beginning of July, by the way. But I videotape all of the commissions that I do, and then I try to put together a video for them. Hello! And I'm kind of backed up a little bit on those, making all the commission videos. I've got, you know, the footage and stuff for quite a few sets that I have not made the videos on. But I went and I did a very complicated set at one point, and I went and I just put all of the video footage into my editing software, and I think it was 12 hours of video footage. And keep in mind, that's just the video footage. I definitely turned the camera off at some points and just, you know, finished sanding and things. But I had 12 hours of video footage. It's like, oh gosh. I don't know. I'm not sure. I need to, yeah. That's the thing with the super complicated sets, is they take a long time. And I don't necessarily feel comfortable charging for that amount of time, even if I am working that amount of time. Because let's see, 12 hours, let's just say it's $15 an hour, right, for 12 hours. What's 12 times 15? 30 times 6. Oh, my brain's not working. I could pull out my calculator. 15 times 12. 30 times 6. 180. Oh, no, I guess I would actually charge 180. But that'd literally just be my time if I'm making minimum wage. Probably, actually, let's say 20. I think 20 would make more sense. 20 times 12 is going to be 240, right? Actually, that's not as bad as I was thinking it was. But usually you want to charge for more than just your time. Oh, but yeah, and then the complicated ones can get complicated. But they're fun. That actually makes me feel a little bit better now that we've actually done the math. I've done the math before, but it makes okay. My prices are actually kind of in line with that. They don't necessarily charge for 12 hours of work, because you have to keep in mind too that you get a couple of free repours on things, so you can actually change your mind on things up to like 3 times. But anyways, what I was saying was that I went and moved the video footage into my editor, and it was like 12 hours of... Yay! How did your, are you winning some? So yeah, it's probably closer to like... Not really. I don't know if I've become, accustomed to it. But not. Yeah, it has a bit of a smell. So when I just stick my face in it, it has a little bit of a smell. It's not like super strong, but it definitely smells like UV resin. You are in fact winning. You already beat the game twice. I'm practicing for the release of the DLC. So what's coming with the DLC? Or do we not know yet? I'm very much asking as that person that doesn't play a lot of video games. I like pretty much just play Minecraft and... Oh, actually, I'm gonna be doing... I think it's next week that we're doing Phasmophobia on stream. That'll be over on my other channel, which I'll post a link to it in the Discord and stuff, but I should do more with my other YouTube channel that's like miscellaneous. Pain is coming. Uh-oh. I'm over here like, there's a new Minecraft update. We're having fun. How's the dice pouring? I've gotten distracted turning these little cabochons into spheres. I do have a plan for them, but let me see how many I have here, and then we'll reevaluate how many more I need. But we've got things pretty much figured out. I'm gonna do sequins. We're gonna try some sequins because I haven't really tried bigger sequins with a mica drop around them. I'm thinking this like interference kind of one where it's like white and that kind of shimmers like a yellow green to go with the blue. I'm open to other color suggestions. We're gonna try rubber bits in blanks, because I don't know how well they're gonna stay in the resin or if they're gonna stick to the resin or what. And then we're gonna do some pink lace here with some of these, hopefully these little like pearl things. Little pearls. I was thinking both the blue-green color and maybe some of these brighter kind of orangish pink ones. Just a second. You got your first set of liquid core set. Ooh, exciting! Exciting. I hope they turn out well. I'd love to see how they turn out. That's fun. Super. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I mean this is a compliment. You look like the kind of person who is really dedicated to their school's journalism team. That was you. So yeah, fair. What makes you say that? No. I don't think I ever did journalism. I probably would have had fun with it. To be fair, I did like all of the extracurriculars I could. I was very much a band kid. I did marching band all through high school, but I also did a lot of theater growing up, and I did choir as much as I could. Which wasn't as much because, you know, it's usually the same time as band. Let's see, you're fending off zombies and feeding pigs. You're getting picked up by a guy 4 times your size and getting launched outside of the map boundaries. We are not the same, yeah. Something that could look cool, but gotta be careful with, is if you get your hands on some shattered tempered glass. Where's my glass? Might be in the other room. I got some of the, like, glitteriest glitter from Culture Hustle at one point. I think someone sent it to me, and it's pretty much just shards of glass. I tried it. It didn't really do too much in the resin because it's clear, so, you know, it doesn't really show up too much. But also, I feel like glass is heavier than resin, so I feel like it might weight things weird. It might look, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it would show up too much. Let's see, journalism was your favorite in high school besides band and orchestra, especially the pit orchestra. Pit orchestra always looked fun. Oh wait, pit orchestra. Yeah, for the sorry, I did pit orchestra. What am I talking about? I was blanking. I was thinking in marching band the percussionists up front for some reason, not being in the pit for a musical. That was pit orchestra, right? It's the music for musicals. I did that once. It was some of the hardest music I've ever played. It was, we did Anything Goes. We did Anything Goes, and I swear Cole Porter wants to kill band people. Love his music. Cole Porter's great, but my goodness. Everything was in like 2/2 and like 4 sharps or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Probably enough, right? Let's see, 15 of these. We've got 8 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's not even 2 per. We want more. More! We will make more! Yeah, I only did that 1 year. I actually did a musical, I think, the year after that. I was in the musical. So I didn't do the pit orchestra for that. To be fair, I always enjoyed band, but I wasn't necessarily the best at it. Wasn't necessarily the best at acting either, but I had fun with it. No, I see journalism being fun. Yeah, I never really did that. To be fair, I was this may shock you. I have a degree in math. I was always more into like the math stuff than the writing stuff. I can do the writing stuff pretty okay, but oh, COVID, yeah. No comment on how far out of school I was when COVID hit. Well, out of high school, anyways. I actually this whole resin thing kind of came about because of COVID. What a weird time. What did you play in the orchestra? I played trombone. Math is the shapes and colors, right? Yes, it is. Go back to your game, Jay. It's okay. It is literally the shapes. That's geometry. And I mean, colors is just different wavelengths of light, right? So it's math too. Clarinet and bass clarinet for both band and orchestra. Oh, okay, cool. I think, to be fair, as far as like band stuff goes, I think pep band for the basketball games and maybe jazz band were my favorite. Those were always the most fun music to play. You also got into resin around the start of COVID. You got gifted a cheap off Amazon dice mold set, and then it went from there. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now so I'd done the little bit of resin before, right? And then before, go back to your, oh, oh, I hope you don't take me seriously. I'm just giving you crap. No, before COVID, I was playing D&D with a group, and one of the guys there was talking about trying to make resin dice. And I was like, I've done a little bit of resin stuff. I should try that. And so I went and got like some of the setup for it. I went and got like the cheap molds and things and started trying it. And then I had a full-time job, and then I quit it to finish my bachelor's degree because I was like 3 classes away. I was so close to being done, and first of all, I was absolutely exhausted from working full-time and going to school part-time for like 5 or 6 years. And I was finally just like, I'm just gonna quit my job. I've got savings. I can go back for my last semester because the timing wasn't lining up and stuff. I was like, I'm just gonna finish this degree. And then I finished it in May of 2020, which was right after the quarantine started. Music will never leave your life. You're currently nearing the end of composing your 2nd symphony. Oh, that's so cool! COVID caused you to pick up like 5 new hobbies. And that's when you first tried resin casting. Yeah. Yeah. You're stuck at home and lots of time on your hands. Yeah. Anyways, it was right. I graduated right after the quarantine started. So what a weird time to go, oh, is it better for me to go try and find a job or to not find a job? Both of these feel very irresponsible, especially since I wanted to still help my grandparents with some stuff. They had some stuff going on. So I was like, I don't want to go be around people at all because I do want to still be in contact with my grandparents so I can help them if they need anything. Because they are local. And so I was like, okay, I've got savings. I'll be okay for a while if I'm not making any money. And so I spent, a while there just trying a bunch of different things. So I took like a voice acting class via Zoom, which was really fun. I tried out, making dice some more. Like I'd gotten the molds and messed around with it a little bit, but I was like, okay, I'm going to actually get masters made and try making like nice dice. Tried a bunch of different things, and then this one just kind of snowballed.
I'm a good little bean. Oh good, I'm glad I'm a good little bean. Yeah.
Alright, I don't know how many of these I need. I'm just kind of like rambling and making more of them. I bet by the time I realize I'll probably make a bunch of these and then realize that I made a bunch of them. Kind of miss how empty every public place was during COVID. You hate people. Oh man. I mean, I don't know, I've become more introverted, I think, as I've gotten older. But I'm still a bit of an extrovert. I like being around people. But that was part of the reason I started streaming. I started streaming during COVID, partially just because I was like, I want to interact with other human beings. It's been so long. I was in the middle of taking a studio art class too. That was one of the last 3 classes I took, was a studio painting class. So I very much missed, sitting around and like chatting with people and just seeing what people were working on while working on my own stuff. And so I was thinking that, streaming kind of would help fill that void a little bit. I did not make this sphere very spherical, but that's okay. I don't think anyone will notice. But I don't know. I enjoy streaming. I'm glad I stuck with it. I think it was Walmart. Hi, where you go get to Walmart? That's where my pharmacy is. Becoming more introverted is normal, probably. I mean, I think I saw like someone suggested at one point that it's not that people are like introverted and extroverted, it's just that everyone has a minimum threshold and a maximum threshold for how much human interaction they need, and that varies from person to person. So it's like, you know, it's not that, you know, this person is, you know, it's only refreshed by being around people, or, you know, this person's only refreshed by not being around people. It's that, like, you need a certain amount of human interaction to survive, and you need less than a certain amount of human interaction. And that's all slightly different for everybody. And I think that makes more sense. Because, you know, I enjoy, you know, just working on my own. I enjoy just, like, sitting at my computer and editing for a while. I've come to enjoy that. I don't know that I've mentioned this, but I did finally buy the paid version for the video editor that I was using, and within like the first 5 minutes I was like, so worth it. This is great. But you know, I have a part-time job that works with like a bunch of kids and stuff, and I really enjoy that too. DaVinci Resolve. There's a very good free version. And I've used the free version for a while, and I finally ran into something where, you know, I was looking up tutorials and stuff, and I was like, this would be so much easier if I got the paid version. I can do this in the free version, it's just going to take me a lot more work. And I went I will say, one of the only reasons that I would pay for it too is that it's a one-time payment. You pay a certain amount of money, and then it's yours forever. I'm not doing any subscriptions. No. But also it's just a really good video editor too. But no, I went and paid for it. It took me far too long to figure out how to. Oh, that is the Linux version. It took me forever to actually figure out how to change from the free version to the paid version. I had to uninstall the free version and then install the like, it's like kind of two different softwares almost, but it went and moved over all of my files and everything automatically. You bit the bullet and just paid for Premiere Pro. Fair. I was gonna say though that, like, once I actually got it installed, the thing that I was trying to do, that I was just like, oh gosh, how am I gonna do this? I was trying to figure out all sorts of different things. It took me like 5 minutes at most to do. You know, it was so quick and easy with the paid version. DaVinci Resolve, if you want to sponsor me, I like your editing software. You don't video edit much, so you just use the free version of HitFilm. You need to update that. You just remembered. Oh. Okay, how many are we at now? How many do we have? Me. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so I've got at least enough for like 3 in each, right? Because it's 8 times 3 is, wait. Yeah, 24. Yeah. So that's at least 3 in each. Let's make some of the pink ones, and then we'll decide if we want more of the green. Yeah, I never used to like video editing. I tried, like, editing some videos in the past. And I just, well, 1, I'm slow at it, and 2, I could tell that I wasn't very good at it. I'm still not necessarily the best at it, and I'm still quite slow at it. But I think it helped to realize that, 1, video editing is slow, just for everybody. It's not just me. I might be slower than some, but you absolutely pirated Photoshop. They ain't getting fair. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Anyways, editing is slow for everybody. It's not just me. Like, it might be slower for me, but like, editing takes everyone a while. It's not just like you snap your fingers and it's done. grab a different container for the pink ones. So that made me feel a little bit better. And 2, it was one of those things where I'm like, I need to just do it if I want to get better at it. There's definitely, you know, there's a lot of things where it's just like, you know, I don't want to do it because I know that I'm not good at it. But it's like, I'm not going to get any better at it unless I actually do it and try it. Editing's a tedious process. Yeah. But also I think I just, like when I tried it before, and this is something I kind of realized actually after, like more recently, when I was trying to edit a vlog and realized, oh, I don't like editing vlogs. I like doing the dice videos because I have an idea of like the story that I'm trying to tell. Not that, you know, it's necessarily like a story, but I know like where the beginning is and where the middle is and where the end is and kind of like the overall like progression of things. Whereas with like, if I just record like a vlog, like here, you know, all the things that are going on, I'm like, what is the end goal here? Like what's the story I'm trying to tell? And then you have to go and comb through like, you know, 12 hours of footage or whatever to try and figure out where are all those little, you know, golden nuggets. So I realized, like, I have video footage from a couple of different events I went to, and I'm like, I'm never gonna edit this. I've decided that I just don't like editing vlogs. I don't like editing things where I have 12 hours of footage and I don't know what's in those 12 hours. After what Adobe is doing with their terms of service, you refuse to buy a single Adobe product or their subscription. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Luckily for you, they haven't gotten anywhere near being useful in music. They suck at music. Yeah. No, I saw the stuff that they're pulling with their terms of service where basically they want like access to like all of your files. All of your like Adobe files. It's like, what? No. You don't need access to the stuff that I'm making with your product. You are a tool that I'm using to make stuff. You are not in charge of the stuff that I'm making. No, I also won't use Adobe. But again, part of that's just because I do not want to pay for things that are subscriptions. I don't know why it just annoys me. I straight up use LibreOffice. I don't use you know, Microsoft Office. I use LibreOffice, which is like a free version, open source version. It's pretty much exactly the same as all the Microsoft Office products. I might also just be a cheapskate. That's probably also true. That might also be some of it. Hey, your music software was all one-time payment or free. You can also use LibreOffice. I like LibreOffice. I think it works really well. It's one of those things where I suppose people use, you know, Microsoft Office because maybe it's required for work or because it's what they're used to, but I don't know. I'm a fan. I almost prefer LibreOffice to Microsoft Office. And I'm glad I switched over. But yeah, I don't know. Not a fan of subscription models. I say while having a Patreon. Slightly different. Slightly different. Oh, it's one of the standards for Linux, so you've installed it like 50 times. Not a huge fan of paying for Premiere Pro, but it has a shit ton of good tools. Though you don't need it right now, so you should probably cancel it for now. Oh, yeah, fair. Oh, yeah, I'm not saying that the software is bad, to be fair. I'm not saying that any of these services in and of themselves are bad. I just have a problem with the payment models for them. To be fair, I have similar feelings about planned obsolescence and, you know, proprietary things, and it's just like, why can't this just be easy for people? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. At least one more. We could just do one pink one per die. We're gonna have the pink lace in here too. The idea, I think, was pink lace, the little green these little pearls, and then maybe just one of the pink pearls per, since we have the pink lace as well. Do you think it'll look weird if I just have one per? I think I'll be fine. One of the companies you use for music samples, in this case Acquire, has both subscription and one-time purchase models. You know, fair. Yeah, fair. There's an option. No, I'm down for options. I feel like it's slightly different for things that have ongoing costs too, to a certain extent. Like if you're paying for a subscription to something that's providing a service that has ongoing costs, so like a cloud service or something where, you know, you're helping pay for like the data hosting or stuff, I have less problem with that. But when it's like you're paying for like a tool, I don't know, I find it weird. I'm just gonna do these last couple of pink ones. We might add a couple to the D20 or something, since the D20s are bigger. Plus I've got a little bit of UV resin left here. Might as well use it up. But I'm hoping that this is enough of the little pearls. Hey, I mean, to be fair, if you have a different editing software that you like and you know how to use, you know, nothing against it. I should get a sponsorship. Excellent, excellent. If you wanna reach out to them for me and let them know. What was I gonna say? Before I used DaVinci Resolve, I used Blender to edit all of my videos. Would not recommend that. It's cool that Blender has a built-in video editor, not nearly as good as the free version of DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve was so much easier to use. Once I figured out like how it works, it had so much more functionality. It also crashed on me a lot less. Oh yeah, to be fair, before Blender I used Windows Live Movie Maker. I remember using Windows Live Movie Makers back in like high school or whatever. Many years ago. A Mountain Dew sponsorship. Yeah, I drink so much soda. So much soda. Totally doesn't give me a stomachache. Give me a canned corn sponsorship. Did I tell you guys about the weird... So, it's this one's like... I know we're joking about sponsorships, but this one is actually about income. The weird thing I had recently was... I think it was in the month of May. The month of May, I go and, like, tally up all of my different, like, sources of income at the end of each month, just to kind of try and keep track of how much I'm making and also where all of the stuff's coming from. My weird one last month, you know, at the end of the month, was I realized that I had made more in the month of May from Amazon affiliate marketing than I had from YouTube ad revenue. It was very close, but I was just like shocked. I was not expecting to make much of anything with the Amazon affiliate marketing, but I'm like, huh, interesting. HitFilm is actually terrible at fading text, though, something you truly need now. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's super easy to set up, like, keyframes and stuff, and you could change the opacity and things. With, yeah, no, DaVinci Resolve is super, super nice to work with. Has really good, it's like, kind of known, I guess, for being one of the best editors for doing color grading, too. That was also really easy to do. That's part of the free version. I literally just got the paid version because I wanted to be able to mask things really easily. So basically cut something out and put it over something else. And it was so much easier. It literally took me like 5 minutes, whereas it probably would have taken me like keyframes. Hey, I've discovered that they're super easy in the DaVinci Resolve program. That's how I make things move across the screen. Or if I have I have a video coming out on Thursday. It's a Q&A video. I think we probably start putting the lace into the molds here. I think that's our next thing that we need to do. Ah! And then we'll put probably the sequins in the molds. I'm gonna scoop these back for now. Ah! Your video editing is very basic, mostly giving some visual elements of your music releases. Yeah, fair. Don't necessarily need more than that. Okay, I think I'm gonna use this pink one. I like this pink one. It's very, I don't know, classic, but I think that it'll fit well in the resin. And I don't think I'll need very much of it. Ugh. There we go. Yeah, little piece. See if that feels like the right size in here. Oh, I was just gonna say, the video that I have coming out, I think it's gonna need something else besides just the lace and the little beads. What else should we put in here? We're doing like pink lace, and we're doing like little green and pink beads. I'm gonna scoot this so you can see a little bit better. There we go. I feel like maybe we need something else here. Maybe we should do like resin with some like of these little flakies. Not necessarily this color, but these flakies in it. Maybe some, I don't know. Could do some foil. I've got like, I don't think the pink's too bright here, but copper. Actually, I kind of like this color. This is like the brown yellow, but it's kind of a cat fur. Don't make me break out the cat hair dice. Are they over there actually? They might just be over here. Where to put those? Nope, never mind. They're upstairs. That's right. I forgot that I started sanding those actually. Yeah, I think they're upstairs. Never mind. You've been saved for now. Yeah, I did snake shed dice. I have some snake shed. Is that also upstairs? I think I also took that upstairs. Yeah, you can do snake shed and dice. I would suggest, I actually mentioned it in the video I did recently on resin inclusions. I would suggest dyeing it with alcohol ink and then letting it dry before putting it into the resin. Just because I found that it tends to blend in a lot otherwise. But yeah, you can absolutely do snake shed and dice. Just peeling the resin off my hair. So I'm thinking some of the little flakies. The little, like, iridescent kind of flakies. Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, I'm thinking some of the little iridescent flakies with the little pearls. The little pearls and the lace. Should we do anything else? Like, I don't know if I'm going to do silver foil. What colors do I have here? Oh, I have one that's called Pink Olive. That one might be good. I kind of like the brown yellow, kind of orangey. No, maybe the pink olive makes more sense. Although actually I could do like a couple of different colors and mix them in there so that it's pretty saturated and then kind of swirl them together, almost do like a dirty pour. It'd be very subtle. You know what I mean? The dirty pour would be really subtle, but I'd have kind of like swirls of different colors in there. Let's see if it'll show on camera. Yeah, you can see there's kind of like an orange, like a green. We could do like those two. This one's kind of like pink and green. What do I got here? I'm doing pink. I don't think I want like purplish pink though. I think that doesn't quite match. Gold olive's not bad. Ugh, come back to me! Where are you going? Baby, come back. I think the blue. And we could do some of this with the stuff too. Let's see. So the individual molds you said you were gonna make a while ago came out bad. So you're just gonna do the traditional method, okay? You know, I haven't tried powder. I haven't tried it, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask. I have only ever done Vaseline and mold release. I feel like I should try the powder method at some point. Is it cornstarch or is it baby powder that people use? I don't remember. But I feel like I should try that at some point. But I don't know. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, should I just leave the... All right. So... I think I'm gonna add these, I'm gonna add the little spheres in here just to kind of get a sense of maybe use Baskerville font to make dice. Is that what you put? Wait. To be fair, I do have like an old book that is literally just there for craft projects. I saved it so that I could tear pages out of it. I really should try doing some like some dice with the. I've done like a little bit of like resin with book pages, like I've tried doing you know, a little bit of resin with paper in it from like a book. And so I want to make sure this is a good size for the D2 here. It works okay. There's, you know, it works in some ways and doesn't work great in others. Cut off this little corner. Yeah, that'll fit in there. Maybe that'll fit in there. You cut off this corner too. Baby powder or talcum powder. You tried talcum powder, but you left it on a bit too long, and it left patchy spots on the mold bases. Oh, okay, interesting. They worked, but the other thing you did to the molds messed them up. Ah, unfortunate. Oh, there we go. That'll fit okay. All right. this side. Okay. I'm gonna try adding the little spheres now, and then we can decide, one, if we have enough, and two, what else we might want to add to help fill things up. I'm just gonna start off by adding one to each. Oops, well, two of them went into the D12, but that's okay. There's a cat hair on that one. Is there a cat hair on this one? Yes, there is a cat hair on this one. No, there's not. It's just a shadow. Never mind. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Did it have to do with this? I don't know. Will this fit in here? I think these spheres going to be short enough to fit into oh, I think the spheres will be just short enough to actually fit in the D2 all right. That's something I was kind of worried about, so that they weren't gonna fit in here all right, but I think they'll be okay. And a couple of them here. I think two will probably be plenty. And then we'll add one pink one. Yeah, I think that'll be nice. So there's like the D2. See, we've got that. And then I'm debating what else I want to add. That's where we're at. Just trying to decide what to add in there with those. So I'm here looking for suggestions. I am thinking maybe like I said, some of the like iridescent flakies. I think that might be cool. But ooh, run away. But I'm not sure what else. Trying to artfully kind of put these in here so that they're all, you know, visible. Ah! And also interesting. Alright, now I'll put some more in. I think I have enough. I was worried that I wouldn't have enough of these little, like, pearls, but I think, honestly, it's looking pretty okay with, like, just a few being in there. I could do, like, flowers or something, too, but I don't know that it really needs that, necessarily. I do think that the iridescent flakes, I don't, there's a fine balance of like not wanting to overdo it and also not wanting to like underdo it. Does that make sense? I'll add one of those up there. Maybe I kind of like that. I might prop some of this stuff up on the lace a little bit. Because some of, you know, the lace is kind of like scrunched and things. I might try and get some of these almost behind the lace so that it stays, you know, a little bit higher and things. I kind of like that. I think that's kind of cool. Make it so it's more towards the surface and things. Put some of them outside of the lace, as it were. Ah! And also try not to fling them all over the place. There we go. I think that'll be nice. I don't know if I need that many in there. Put one outside. There we go. All right, we've got all of our green ones in. We'll add a few more pink ones. Add another one to our D20 here. Where do I want to add that? Let's add it here if we can. Yep. Add another pink one to, I don't know, maybe our D8. Why not? We'll add it up here. There we go. So all of our pink ones, all of our green ones. I think that's enough of those. And then I am thinking, oh, the lime blue is kind of pretty. The lime blue kind of matches that. And then I could go with the pink olive maybe to kind of match the pink. Maybe we'll do both of those and we'll kind of do like a little bit of a swirl with them. I'll show you the colors here. got, it's always hard to show them on camera, but one of them's kind of like a greenish with a little bit of a blue sparkle, and one of them's more of like an orange pink sort of color. I think those will be good. I'm just debating whether, is there anything else we want to put in there? Like we could do like a reverse Petrie if we wanted to. I think I'm overthinking it. We'll just do those two, and I think it'll be fine. And we could just do a little bit in each one of these. And we'll pour them in, kind of swirl them together a little bit. Let's add our sequins, and then we'll get all of our stuff into our little mixing cups for actually mixing up our resin. All right. So these ones, I grabbed sequins. I'm gonna put the sequins in first before I pour the resin, because we're gonna do a mica drop, and kind of my idea here is that I want the mica to try and flow around them, as opposed to, you know, putting them on top of the resin. So we're gonna hopefully all these sequins are gonna fit in here. I've got all sorts of different like blue ones that shimmer different ways. And I'm hoping that all of them fit. Hopefully this fits in here. Okay, cool, this does fit in here. I was worried for a second that that was not gonna fit in there. I should put the star on the other side of it though, so that the star is more towards the highest face. And some of the stuff might get moved around a bit too once the resin's actually in, but I'm going to try and put them in an artful way. I'm so artistic. No. Ah. I did once tell someone, wow, you seem really artistic. And they're like, I seem really what? I said, artistic? And they're like, oh. I think they thought I said autistic. It's like, well, I don't know that about you. You were just telling me about all the arts and crafts you do. This one's a little bit too big. Is this one a little bit smaller? This is, oh yeah, this one's just slightly smaller. Will this one fit in here? Oh, this isn't, oh, that one will fit in here. Maybe I should try doing this darker blue one in the D20 because it might fit there. You'd be laughing. To be fair, I was a kid, so it was just like, what? If it was like a friend of mine, you know, it'd be probably funnier to me. I mean, it was funny to me, but it was just like, what? What's going on? What's the matter? Move the circle around so it's like higher. All right. Oh no. Yeah. To be fair, they did not seem worried about it once I was like, artistic? What are we? But it was just like, ah. Okay, is that one in there? Oh, good. Okay. I was worried that this balloon would be too big in the D22, but it seems to be a good size. I'm hoping that the resin can get in there around it. I am a little bit worried about that. If all else fails, I will grab a pipette and try to pipe some of the clear around it and see what happens there, but we might be okay. Might be okay. I'm gonna have some of these stand straight up too, and we'll just see what happens there. I can't have that one stand perfectly straight up, but I'm kind of excited to see how these ones turn out. I was like a little bit worried almost, I guess, on these ones. Oh, I think maybe I need a bigger piece for this D. No, that's too tall. I need a bigger piece for this D6. All of them are just gonna lie flat otherwise. Not that big though. Is there like a bigger star somewhere? Oh, this is a different kind of star. I wonder if this one is. I did my words. Yeah, those are all just kind of, it's like a weird size. This is like, you stepped on glass. Why? Why did you do that? That's not what you're supposed to do. That was just too tall. Yeah, it's just slightly too tall. Only that was just slightly smaller. I like that dark blue one. Will this help prop things up? Oh, there we go. I think I found one that'll work. It's very, we'll see if it even does much. It's very like clear, but it will at least help hold things up, I think. But how did you step on glass? I know I was giving you crap about it, but also, how did you step on glass? I say this like I've never, you know, just randomly stepped on, you know, glass before because it dropped things, or usually because it dropped things. Here's a, I guess, kind of, I have really bad luck with electric kettles. Jar shattered in your kitchen. Oh, no, yeah. That's easy to do. It's easy to miss those. I have really bad luck with electric kettles. I drink a lot of tea, and so I have like an electric water kettle that, you know, heats up water. It's great if you've never had an electric kettle before. Would recommend. But the first one? I think it was the first one that we had here. An ant colony. Yeah, electric kettles are great. An ant colony tried to move into it and broke it. Straight up, like, there was just ants crawling through my electric kettle, and then, like, they straight up tried to, like, build their colony underneath it. So that was fun. That was one of them. The next one after that, we got an electric kettle that was glass. The one we have now actually is glass too, which is kind of cool. You can see into it, but it was glass, and I had moved it over to the dining room so that it wasn't on the kitchen counter, because I was like, well, maybe the ants won't find it over here. We cleared out all the ants, of course, but I still was just like, we're gonna move it every 24 hours so the ants can't find it. No. But I had it in the dining room. And I have a bunch of random paintings up in my dining room. And I had taken one of them down. I can't remember if it was because it was one that I had painted. And I was going to take a picture of it to send to someone, I think. And I never actually put the painting back up. So there was just a nail sticking out of the wall. And it was kind of above where the electric kettle was. And so I was straight up like, I just turned the kettle on to boil some water and stuff. And one of my brilliant cats saw the nail sticking out of the wall and was like, a bug! And she went jumping for this nail sticking out of the wall, completely biffed it. Like, she didn't even make it, she just kind of like slipped, and she went straight down onto the cord of the kettle and pulled it off of the little end table that I had it sitting on. And it shattered everywhere. She was fine. Do want to put that out there. The cat was fine. But that's what happened to that kettle. And then, how do I want to do this? Like that? Maybe like that? I don't know what happened to our last one. Our last one, it feels like some sort of like mechanical failure. It's like the on switch, it doesn't have any tension on it anymore. So we were going to take that apart at some point and open it up. But no, your story about broken glass all over the floor made me think of that time that the cat went jumping for a bug, which was actually just a nail sticking out of the wall, and landed and scattered my electric kettle across the floor. Like, no! Saw it in slow motion. I'm glad she was fine. Okay, cool. We've got that. I think that's just going to be like clear resin with our mica drop. We could do a slightly colored resin actually with that. Do we want to go like slightly blue? We do love kitties anyways, even if they're kind of stupid sometimes. Should we just do clear resin, or should we try and like tint it a little bit with something? I will grab out a thing for these. I'm just gonna grab a little cup. I'm trying to think. It's about 30 milliliters, right, for a set of dice. So let me fill this up pretty full, because that's about 30 milliliters. I don't know that I need quite that much, because we're going to put some resin in here too. But we do want it to be pretty full. Although those are blank, so they don't even, there's not even quite 30. So I think that'll be plenty. Plenty of, I keep throwing things today. Plenty of our little rubber bits to try out. It's probably going to be more rubber bits than we need actually, once I actually add the resin. I'll take a few little rubber bits out. Take some of those out. I think it'll be plenty. If not, we can add more. So, got that. Let's do these. These are our, there we go. These are our little flakies. You know, they're pretty on camera. They're even prettier in real life, I swear. Actually, that's pretty good indication of what they look like. But we're going to use a fair amount of that. We're going to do about 15 milliliters here. Woo! This is going to be about half of our... Try not to breathe too heavily on them. About half of our resin is going to be this. And then half of our resin is going to have these other ones. They look very similar now, but once they get like broken up and they hit the light and stuff inside the resin, they'll sparkle slightly different colors. I think they'll look really pretty. What partially gave me the idea to do this with like the two different flakes, let me show you, is, and I want to do this at some point too. I have this mixing cup over here, and I think I've used it multiple times with multiple different colors and stuff. You can see how like there's blue in some spots and like orange in others. There's little bits of gold foil and stuff. I want to do that at some point where I do like one with like the kind of blue iridescent flakes in it, and one with like the kind of orangey gold ones. And I swirl them together. I think it makes just a pretty set of dice. That's a plan at some point. We're kind of trying it here, just to see how it goes. So we've got those, and then this one we're gonna do a mica drop. I think this one had pretty much the same color in it. Pull out the old resin. This one might actually have been like an interference gold, but it's very close to the interference yellow. This is a really old mixing cup though. I found them somewhere like in a drawer. Alright, I think that'll be fine. So similar in color. That's all good. Alright, is there anything else that we need? I'm not thinking of anything. We've got our rubber bits that we're gonna just fill these up with. We've got our 2 colors of what are gonna be basically our 2 colors of resin for this one. We're gonna do clear resin and then a mica drop with our yellow interference yellow greenish color. Are we ready to mix up our resin? I kind of think we are. I don't know why I have these. I should have this over here so you guys can see. Actually, there we go. All of our stuff. Okay, so I could do. We'll see how the blanks turn out, and then I'll decide if I want to do a D2 or not, I suppose. I'm going to go a little bit quiet for a second here, because I am going to try and measure some resin, and if I try to talk at the same time, it won't end well. Oh, should we do... You know, I have other dice that I need to pour anyways. I think I might just save the, these Vampire the Masquerade few little things. Hey, just finished putting on caps. It takes longer, honestly, to like set things up when I'm streaming. There's a lot more waffling, especially when we're trying new stuff where I'm just like, do we want to do this? Do we want to do this? Do we want to do this? I think I'm going to hold off on the Vampire the Masquerade dice just because I'll just do those later. I have a bunch of D20s over here I need to finish as well, and I'm not doing that today. But let's get the resin going. Yes, I'm going to be quiet for a little bit here while I get things poured. Let me grab my safety equipment first. Just because I cannot focus on pouring resin, measuring resin, and talking at the same time. It's like, you know, walking and chewing gum. Not my forte, no. Oh my gosh, all these gloves. So yeah, I'm grabbing gloves and a respirator. It's good to protect those lungs and the skin. But it does mean that I'm going to be a little bit muffled the rest of the stream. Let me just double check my thing here for spiders. Good, no spiders in there. That's what I like to see. Takes you that long too. You're just doing clear airs, no one color translucent. Oh, you're making masters, yeah. To be fair, I think that's where a lot of the time kind of comes in, is setting everything up. Oh no, I know you weren't trying to poke fun. I know you're all good. It's a lot quicker too if I'm making 3 of the same set of dice, because a lot of the time comes in finding all of the different materials and getting them into like all the different mixing cups. So if I'm making 3 sets of dice at once, you know, I'm using the same mixing cups for all of them. And there's fewer materials usually. Alright, let me get our resin going. That's the hard one. But yes, feel free to chat amongst yourselves. I will be right back after measuring this. Here, I'll do this so you can see what I'm doing. Sort of. I'm going to block it with my hand. Very close. There we go. There's the resin. There's 50 milliliters of that. We're making 100 milliliters total, and this is 1-to-1, so I just poured 50 milliliters of our regular resin. Now we're going to do 50 milliliters of our hardener. There's that. All right. I have returned. I'm back to mix things. I'll be honest, I kind of forgot I was streaming in the middle of that there. I was just chilling, measuring things. Oh, I'm kind of tired today. I went to bed at like a reasonable time last night, but to be fair, not this morning, but yesterday morning, I woke up to my cat getting in a fight on the back patio. So I went and got up at like 6, it was like 6:30 in the morning. Got up at like 6:30 in the morning and went out there and was like, what is going on? Tried to break up a cat fight. They were not interested in me at all, the two cats out there. One of them is mine. But they were not interested in me at all. So they went tearing off into the front yard and then were straight up attacking each other under my car. I finally, scared the other cat off with a stick and held my cat back with the stick. Like, dragged him inside. And then, my cat was very sad that he was then locked inside, because he's like, no, I need to go chase after that cat. So he came into my room every, 5 minutes to yell at me, to let me know that he needed to go back outside to go, chase down that cat. So that was a fun morning. Speaking of how much we love cats, yeah. That's a different one of my cats. I have 4 of them. Oh, I should add. So I added some more emotes to the Discord server, by the way. You will see in this video that comes out on Thursday that I have some. Well, you'll see them in the video. That's all I'll say there. They're used as visual aids in the video, and I was like, well, now I have all these cutout pictures of my cats. Might as well make them into emotes. So they're on the Discord now. I should add them, though, here. I need to do that. I will try to remember to do that after the stream, to go actually upload those. I think I have enough slots and things for it. But I have some some more pictures of my cats. That's the words I was looking for. I don't know if I have Yogurt Cat over here yet. I might. Yogurt Cat might already exist in the emotes here. I don't remember. But I did cut it out better, I think, this time. So I can tell that this isn't completely mixed yet. There's still a lot of streaks in it. It's starting to get a lot more clear and easy to see, which means that we're headed in the right direction, but I'm just scraping off the stick and such to make sure there's no globs of part A or part B stuck somewhere. So we'll keep mixing. I think I tend to over mix my resin a little bit because I have a pressure pot, so I'm not too worried about all the air bubbles. But I'd rather it be completely mixed as opposed to not mixed enough, because that's how you end up with the uncured resin, and you don't want that. Something pretty good. I scrape the sides and the bottom again, scrape the stick off. Let's see if there's any streaks in here. That's how I check. Check to see if it's mixed completely. Can I see any streaks in there where the light's reflecting off of it weird? That means that part A and part B are sitting next to each other instead of actually mixed together. Yeah, better over mixed than under cured, exactly. I want my resin to be completely cured. I don't want any sticky spots. That would not be good. For multiple reasons. I think we're okay. I don't think I see any streaks. Let me just scrape the sides and the bottom one last time and then we'll call it good. tiny streaks. I think we're good. All right, let's see here. Let's start divvying this up. I think maybe the first thing I might do... No, let's just divvy it up. I was going to say I might try putting the clear in these first. That's a cat hair in there. Just get out of there. Stop it. Is it a cat hair? It's not a cat hair. No, it is a cat hair. Get out. So much cat hair. You gotta run. Nice hanging out. Yeah! Yeah, I want to see how your stuff turned out. I'll definitely show off pictures and stuff in the Discord. I do still need to take pictures and stuff of the Vampire the Masquerade dice we did on Thursday, but I will try to do that. Also, hello, good morning. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, so I have to like squint at you guys a little bit. Makes it harder for me to see when new messages come in, unfortunately. All right, so we got 15 milliliters each of these. Yeah, I still need to post photos and finish the short of the Vampire the Masquerade dice from Thursday, but I will try to get that done at some point. Not necessarily today. I've got a bunch of stuff I need to get done. I have a clogged bathroom sink that I need to try and fix. That's going to be one of my projects after this. I was running late for stream. I got a little distracted. I started chatting with the neighbor about like natural landscaping in yards. Anyways, where are we at? So I want to get down to about 40, I think. Maybe not even that much. Let's mix this in and see what it looks like. This is the, I think they're rubber bits, but the little rubber bits. I'm gonna mix them with the resin. This is very much an experiment to see if these even stick, basically, or if they stay encased in the resin. So I don't know. I don't know if they're, you know, like sometimes resin doesn't really stick to plastic or silicone very much or whatever. So I don't know if these are going to end up kind of like cheese. Hello! We're doing experiments. Might need a little bit more resin in there just so that it's a little bit easier to mix and move around and stuff. But just a little bit, I think. Although there's a cat hair. Cat hair, get out! But we'll see how these little bits of rubber do. Could be interesting, could be cool, could be a complete failure. Oh. Hey, Omar, it's next week that we're doing Phasma, right? It's next week? It's the 23rd? There's that. Experiments! Yeah, we've got little bits of rubber. We've got lace and little tiny cabochon things that I turn into little spheres. And we've got sequins. So we're trying all sorts of things. I'm kind of excited. I like doing resin experiments, so it's kind of nice to actually sit down and do some of this. I'll be honest, I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to stream today. It's like, I don't have to do any of this experiment stuff. I've got a little bit of a headache, but I'm glad that we streamed. Gotta hang out with you guys. The road to discovery is paved with failures. Exactly. That's something I've tried to kind of bring with me, I guess, on all of my resin stuff, is treat everything as an experiment. So, you know, even if it doesn't turn out how I expect, you know, how can I change it to how I expect next time? Or, you know, why didn't it turn out how I expected? Or, you know, maybe it turns out cooler than I was thinking things would. You know? I don't know. It's more fun when everything's a little bit of an experiment. Okay, so I think probably these are going to need a little bit more resin. So we're going to do a mica drop, and that really doesn't take a lot of the mica, so we want to fill these up almost all the way full. I'm just worried that, let me get the cat hair off of this one. I'm worried that maybe resin's not getting around the sequins. So I'm going to try and move them around a little bit to make sure that resin's getting underneath them. So all the sequins are kind of in the bottom of the mold too. You know, I tried to pick ones that were a good size that would stick up a bit. But I'm kind of hoping that maybe the mica will help cover up, you know, this side that's pretty devoid of sequins too. I don't know, this is all, we'll see how it turns out. I feel like this is one of those ones where it could end up looking really cool, or it might end up being a little bit lackluster. You know, sometimes I try like a new glitter or something, and I'm like, I don't want to overdo it, and then I just end up with like a few pieces of glitter and a color. It's like, there's not a lot going on there. That's a little boring. So I'm hoping that this doesn't end up being one of those. I hope that all that stuff ends up being. I hope that the sequins and the single color of mica end up playing nice and being interesting. Okay. Alright, we've still got a fair amount of resin in there. We'll see if we need to put more into our stuff over there. But let's get these mixed up. Oh, you can really see the kind of the yellow in there more, I feel like, with the resin. It's maybe harder to see on camera, but you see that yellow-green more in the resin than just in the powder. It's such a pretty sparkly color. Let's see if we can see the color. Yeah, you can see some of the sparkle there. It's a nice color. Do I want to wait a minute? I don't think so. I think I want this stuff to drip all the way down. I was debating whether I wanted to wait and maybe make it so that, you know, this mica-filled resin maybe wouldn't drip as much. But no, I want it to kind of drip through all of the little holes and things on the sequins. So I want to give it the chance to possibly sink. So I'm just going to put some of that on top. Meanwhile, you also made 7 more little bottles of liquid glitter since you're almost out. Oh, I went with gold. So are you just mixing like alcohol and mica? How do you make your liquid glitter? I've never actually done that. I might need to make some more of this. I might actually need a little bit more of mica. I'm gonna make some more. Someone's texting me. I'm getting all sorts of messages. I'm so popular. It's probably the group chat I have with friends. Got a couple of friends that are on like a train trip right now, so they've been sending updates on their trip, how things are going. All the exciting things. Why are you so nervous to try making dice? I don't know. Just treat it like it's an experiment. If it doesn't turn out, it doesn't turn out, and it's fine. I mean, it's something new, though, right? You know, it's one of those things where it's just like I was saying earlier that I don't like doing things where I'm not sure that I'm going to be good at them. I don't know if you're the same way or not, but I definitely, you know, if I'm not good at something immediately, I'm like, oh no, it's not for me. Which is part of the reason that I did the voice acting classes, is because I was not immediately good at them, but I found it fun. Thought it was good for me. Alcohol and washed mica powder. Basically, you take a coffee filter and put it in a funnel or something straight, and then add mica powder and rinse with water till the water is semi-clear. Okay. But yeah, have fun with it, Soda99. Try some things, see if you like it, and hey, if you don't like it, you don't have to keep doing it. You're not good at failure. Thank you, U.S. education system. Yeah. You've gotta, this is part of the reason that with resin, I've just been like, I've got to treat everything like an experiment. There are no failures. There's only, you know, pieces that didn't turn out the way that I expected them to. And that, you know, and then that stuff I can learn from. What was I gonna say? I can't remember what I was gonna say. There's something about that, but there's something about that whole sentiment, and then I forgot. A couple of these need a little bit more clear resin, I think. Just put a little bit more on top. Some of these aren't like quite full. So you want them a little bit overfilled. Just a little bit. Ooh, I think that's gonna be pretty. Okay. I feel like this is one of those situations where it's like, well, what's the worst that's gonna happen? And, oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say one of my tricks, I guess, when I'm having like, you know, art block, or I'm feeling like, you know, it's just hard to start, is I will try to intentionally make the ugliest set of dice that I can. And I found that works, because then if they turn out ugly, it doesn't matter. You know, I was going for ugly, it's fine if they turn out ugly. And if they turn out not ugly, then great, I've got a pretty set of dice. But pick, you know, either randomly pick some colors, or pick a couple of colors where you're like, I don't know if these two are going to go together. And make some purposefully ugly things. You know, it works with like drawing and stuff too. Just, you know, draw random squiggles without actually trying to make a piece of art. Just get the, you know, get back into like the swing of things, or get into the swing of things. Alright. Let's do the, I'm going to do, all of these I kind of want to do fairly quickly, because all of them I want air to be able to escape. Okay, these I think are pretty much done. Let these sit. Nope, don't flip. Okay. Let's do our little rubber bit blanks. Rubber bit blanks? That's kind of fun to say. Rubber bit blanks. We'll see if we have enough resin here. So I'm going to try and jam pack this pretty much with a little bits and our resin. I think blanks was a good call too, because I expect these to end up with air bubbles at the top, like the big air gaps. I feel like anytime I do something that has lots of little tiny pieces in it like this, it's hard for air to escape before I get the lids on, and then I end up with some sort of big gap at the top. But with the blanks, that's not too big of a deal, because, you know, depending on what it looks like, I can either add more then, or I can take it out and just kind of, you know, make it so that when it goes into the actual dye, hopefully the resin from that will fill in that area. So it's not too big of a deal. But I am still going to try and fill this up as much as I can. I wonder if, let's get a little bit closer to you so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Alright, there we go. That's pretty full of the little rubber bits. On to the D12. And I can see there's very kind of foamy almost. There's lots of little tiny air bubbles in there. I want those air bubbles to escape, but I don't know that they all will. Because there's just so many little spots for them to get caught when there's all sorts of little pieces in there. And it's possible that there's a big gap somewhere in there too that I don't know about because I'm trying to, push everything down. There could very well be some sort of air gap in there. I hope this works though. It's kind of a cool little thing. I'm gonna have to figure out like what else I want to do with these if they don't work. Maybe some sort of painting project or something. I don't know how I'd bloom on. You swear there was a table in your childhood home in the early 90s that looked just like what? Oh yeah! I think it'll do much better as dice than it did as furniture. I know what you're talking about. We didn't have a table like that. But I've seen like countertops and things. Yeah, they'll like, yeah. Maybe there's like a table at school or something. But yes, I know. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Who knows? If they turn out, maybe I can do some sort of name based on that somehow. But yeah, I feel like this also looks very much like some of the like playgrounds. Oh, could be cool in a tray if they don't pan out for this. That's true. That's true. That's a good point. You just imagine a D20 with dots instead of numbers. Yeah. I feel like yeah. I don't know how you would do that. Although to be fair, how does I bet you could do it in like Braille. Maybe D20 would be hard though because the faces are so small. I did have someone ask me once if I had dice in Braille, but I do not. It's cool idea though. I feel like I've seen it before. Let's get some more resin in this one. But yeah, D20 Braille dice would be, or just pipped D20s would be crazy. I can see why they left it to just the D6s. I've seen D4s actually with pips too, but I can see why they left it to the D6s. Lot fewer faces and much larger faces. I'm part of a Discord server that's it's for the Patreon of the place that I've gotten my masters from. One of the folks in there has done some really cool like pipped D4s. Whereas imagine there's all in one D100s but scaled up to do the dots. You know, could be cool though. Could be cool. Might be cool. Yeah, bring one of the. Have you ever seen the like bowling ball bags? You know what I'm talking about? There's like you can get like a bag for like your own bowling ball. Some one of those, yeah. Probably weigh as much. If it was solid. I do have an interesting I have an interesting percentile dice. I think it was kind of like a little novelty thing that I got at the local shop, but it's percentile dice, so it's 2d10s, but one of the d10s is inside the other one. So you just roll them together, and then there's like a big die that's hollow, and then has a little d10 on the inside. So you just you have to score a basket for every roll, and yes, your shot will be taken into account with saving throws. That's why they call them saving throws. Is that where this is going? Yeah. I definitely have more of these little rubber bits than I was Anticipating. I wonder if I should put these in, like, maybe I will grab a D2, and if it turns out, it turns out, and if it doesn't turn out, it doesn't turn out. I think I have enough of these little rubber bits, so I'm going to have enough to do a D2 as well when I grab one. We'll do a little coin as well. Something in there. A little piece of flour in there. That doesn't need to be in there. But this way, if this does work out fine, then I can have a D2 with this set as well. Maybe if they'll lie flat. Maybe. Come on. The fun thing about doing like dice with little bits like this too is trying to get them all to fit. Because you want to make sure that the lids get on there nice and flat. So you don't want you want them to be like full, so that you don't end up with like a gap at the top. But you also don't want them to be like sticking out at the top. So it's a bit of a balancing act. You have a D1 you got from Curiosity Box. I think I saw the like YouTube ads for that. I was very tempted by that. I thought it was super cool. They did dice that were like, D1s and all the way up. I thought that was really cool how they did that. You'd think that it'd be, easy, I guess, to do a D1, but it was straight up just designed so that it would always have the 1 up. I thought it was cool. Okay, I'm trying to add just more resin here, because I worry that this stuff's kind of sticking up a bit. I don't want that stuff sticking up too far. But I need to try and fill in all of the corners and everything of this D4. Kind of shove it in there. There we go. Yeah, that one's pretty full as well, but that might be okay. Alright, how are these feeling? Add a little bit more to the D20. Yeah. Meanwhile, you're really curious to see how your crystal D4 turns out with the liquid cores. You put 2 cores in it. Oh yeah, I've done that before. It seemed to work fine. Yeah, I feel like that's worked fine for me in the past. Okay. Alright, we've got a fair amount of the little rubber bits left. I might put these into some sort of, what mold do I want to put these in? Probably maybe like a keychain mold or something. I'll put in these little spheres. I've got some little sphere molds that I made that also fit inside of dice. I made them from some of the liquid cores that I got for my dice. So, well, the little empty cores. So the little empty cores that I turn into liquid cores. I went and filled them with some UV resin, and then I just straight up made molds of those. That's how I made my little spheres that I know will fit in my dice. More cat hair, get that out of there. I keep thinking that, I'm not going to be able to fit more of the stuff into this one, and it just keeps taking more and more. I'm kind of surprised how much of the little rubber bits are fitting in here. But yeah, we'll see how much of an air gap we end up with on some of these blank ones, because I don't know. I don't know how much air is trapped there underneath the rubber bits. The rubber bits. I don't know why that's so much fun to say, but it is. Oh. So what's everybody's plans for the rest of the day? I am going to go try to fix my bathroom sink using my hefty weight. I want ingredient for like a powdered metal like iron and bronze. Made a set with iron. It turned out real nice. Oh, that's cool. I actually have some like metal shavings that I need to try at some point that my neighbor gave to me. My neighbor also does art stuff. He does like metalworking stuff. He also has a YouTube channel actually. But I should actually try that at some point. Try those and see how they do. It's not like powdered metal, it's like metal shavings, so I don't know how well it would work, but it might work. Alright, trying to get all those bits in there. Alright, how's that feeling? Those are feeling maybe a little bit more full, which is good. Okay, I think those are good. We have barely any left here. That's great. I'm going to add a little bit more actual resin to this one. This one seems a little bit dry in comparison to the other ones. What's happened to my bathroom sink? It's just clogged. It's just clogged. It keeps getting clogged, and then this time I've kind of put off trying to unclog it, so now it's really clogged. So I'm gonna go see if I can like snake it or something. 3:30 in the morning. You'll be headed to bed after this. Oh, fair. Might I'm gonna go see if I can get that sink fixed. I have some stuff I need to ink, so I can get some stuff shipped out tomorrow. Got some like Patreon dice, and then like different D20 for different order that I need to ink. But yeah, first the sink, and maybe some food. I'm not super hungry. I did have like a chicken sandwich right before this. We went and had lunch with my family, and then we got home, and both my brother and I were like, I'm still kind of hungry. Why am I hungry? We had food. We were both just like, chicken sandwiches? Yeah, alright, sounds good to me. Alright, I'm going to use a little bit of clear on the lids for these ones. I think that will be smartest. Alright, and we definitely want to, I can feel things getting a little bit stickier. We're still well within, the work time and stuff, but I can feel things getting a little bit stickier. So let's get this last set of dice going. Ah! So annoying. Ooh, our mica over here definitely sank. I guess we'll see how those turn out. Okay. All right. So we've got our pretty glittery things in there. And we're just going to mix that up. Bring you guys back up a little bit. I've moved further away, but this is just going to be the easiest spot for me to pour things in because I've got all sorts of stuff over here. Maybe I should do the blanks today. I've got a fair amount of the of clear resin left over. I can do the blanks into the molds for the Vampire the Masquerade dice, that is. So let me get this mixed up. So we've got our clear with kind of like our pink, and our clear with kind of like our greenish sort of tints. And my plan here was to try to pour a little bit of both into the molds. Sorry, I'm going quiet because I'm trying to focus and... Woo! That was mostly the green. Trying to get both of them in there. Okay. We'll see if it really shows up that there's two different colors in these. Just gonna scoop some of these into the molds now. I think this will be pretty. I almost want to add like some white ink or something, but I don't want to overdo it. I feel like I'm probably going to overdo it if I add too much more stuff. Alright. Excellent. Those are good. You're a bit late to the stream. What was in the molds before you poured the glitter resin? I have, I've got some pink lace. And some little tiny, that are actually cabochons that are like little tiny, they look like little pearls. You can kind of see one there. You see the pink circle there, that I actually glued together to be little spheres. And then we've got our like iridescent sort of flakes in there in two different colors. But yeah, there's pink lace and the little pearl kind of things. I've done lace. I've actually worked with lace before, but not very often, and I don't usually go for like, I usually go for more neutrals or like darker colors, so the really light pink's definitely something kind of new for me. The other things we're working with here are little tiny rubber bits. Got a bunch of little rubber bits, and we've put them in some blanks to see if those will work. And then I have some big, like blue sequins that I, in various shapes, that I put into these other ones, along with some mica to do a mica drop. You can see the mica in there. It's definitely sunk, the mica has. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how things turn out. So I do have a little bit of resin left. Oh, right, let's do these Vampire the Masquerade blanks. Might as well. Well, they're sitting here. I was just going to put clear resin around them anyways. So let's just do these. Let's see if I can show you how these look. So there's the, oops, there's the one that was with all the black and silver glitter on it. Put that into the mold. Yeah, go in the right direction. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll be a pretty dye. Look how sparkly that is. Look at how sparkly that is. Oh yeah, you saw one of the lace. Yeah, it was a challenge. We did yeah, that was fun. I kind of want to do another one of those, but maybe with like some other folks. So for folks that don't know what we're talking about, I did a video at one point where me and a couple of other dice makers we all came up with something for a set of dice to include, and we didn't know what the other people were picking, and then we all had to include all of them, and then we went and like made, we each individually made sets of dice and then showed them off after like a month or something. And it was really fun. I think maybe I could have edited the video a little bit better so that it was a little bit like faster paced, but it was fun because we all did things that were like completely different from each other. We all had the exact same prompt, which was we had to include the colors black and white. Didn't have to be completely black and white, but had to include black and white. It had to have flowers or floral stuff of some sort, and then it had to also include some sort of textile like fabric or lace or ribbon. This one's also gonna be pretty, I think. This one's a little bit weird because it has kind of like a purple glint to it, but that's fine. It's kind of cool. But it was really fun. I really enjoy doing stuff like that because it really highlights how, like, you can have the exact same sort of prompt and everything, and people will take things in completely different ways. I just think that's really fun. And I was thinking it'd be fun to do something like that again, but with like a different group of people, just to get. Oh, there's our Petrie, which actually turned out pretty cool. I thought that'd be really fun. It'd be really fun to do that again with a different group of people, just to get some different, ideas on things. Maybe do a different challenge. I think I came up maybe with a list of some challenge ideas at one point. Like, I was thinking at one point of trying to find like, folks that are like international for me, and like the goal would be to try and make a set of dice that is based on your country or something like that. Do stuff like that. But I don't know, it's a good time. It's a good time. I've got so much video footage of things that I'm like, I should not start any new video projects right now. Still got a fair amount of resin here. Maybe I will. I've got this dump mold that I've been working on. Maybe I will work on this. Should we put in here? Maybe just a nice solid color. I'm gonna do this one. I like this color. This is a good color. Oh, maybe if I can open it. This one's called Mum, and it's kind of like a red-orange. But might as well. Hopefully I didn't need any more clear resin, but it's too late now. See, it's kind of like a red-orange color. It's a pretty good, like, blood red, if that makes sense. But it looks like actual blood, not like, cartoon blood, I guess. Because it's very orange red. But it's just a pretty color. Look at that. Pretty red-orange color. It looks more orange when it's a little bit thinner, but when there's a lot of it all together, it looks very red. Let me pour some of this in here real quick. This was one of the blanks. It still has some of the like mica flakes stuck to the inside of the mold that didn't come off with the last one. So I'm just gonna put some more resin in here to hopefully help get some of that stuff off. I could also do like a D20 or something that's in this color. It's not a bad idea. I like this color. I'm just gonna make a D20. Woo! A D20. Sneeze. So if I were to do another video like that, where basically I challenge folks to either, we all make kind of like something based on the same inspiration, or, something based off of something that's applicable, like a theme, but, like individualized, like I was saying, like everyone's from a different country and make something based on where they're from. What are some, like, themes or, things that you'd want to see in that? There's a question for you. Let me put this in here. Oh, I wonder if, no, we'll put this in here. I was thinking it'd be kind of cool to, like, pick a random image that we all have to base, a set of dice off of. We could do something like that. It would always work, of course, too, with all of us picking some random something that we have to include, and then, we have to include all three things or whatever. But it was yeah, that was a fun one. I've been avoiding a little bit doing stuff that's kind of timed, I guess. That was kind of part of the reason I took a break from the commissions and stuff too. It's because there's a certain amount of feeling like you're on the clock, I guess, when you're working on commissions, because you are making something for someone and they're expecting it within a certain time frame. And that's the same sort of thing a little bit where, you know, you're not Olympics, yeah. Oh yeah, Olympics, that could be cool. Trying to finish this up. Yeah, that could be cool. That could be cool. Looks like specifically the ring, Olympic rings. That's what you're saying. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get all the lids on these, and then I'll probably call it for today. We do have to get all the lids on still. Oh, I should have cleared this off, and I did not, but that's okay. I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna spritz everything down with a little bit of purple alcohol. Hopefully help all those bubbles on the surface pop. Helps break the surface tension a little bit. But yeah, we'll get the lids going on these. I think that'll be cool. That'll be pretty. I do still need to make the short showing the unmolding of the Vampire the Masquerade dice, so I'm gonna work on that. I will also try to make a short of unmolding these dice, so you guys can see how they turn out. I will also try to post photos on my Discord, which if you're not part of my Discord, there is a link to that down in the description. You can totally join and come hang out. A lot of cool people over there that are happy to help with dice questions or talk about, you know, games or what have you. I am not streaming arts and crafts next week. I'm gonna be playing Phasmophobia with some friends. My normal Phasmophobia crew. That is over on my other channel, which is Human Disaster. I will post a link to that in my Discord, of course, just so hopefully you guys can find it. But that's always a fun time. We always have a good time. I kind of want to do more, I think, with that channel. I just haven't found the time. But I should do more with that channel. Do more miscellaneous stuff. Let's see, where's it gone? We'll see if I get any more weird graphics errors. Like I think it was last time where I got like really strange graphics errors, and then like everything crashed. I'm thinking I'm gonna do some stuff to hopefully try and prevent that this time, because that's no fun for. I mean, the graphics errors were interesting, but it was not fun to for the stream to just randomly cut out. Sorry, I got distracted. There's bits of resin here. I'm just trying to get off these pieces that are sticking up way far. I make it so the things won't sit on here very well. It is like kind of a scary ghost hunting game, but I'll be honest, I feel like we're just messing around enough that it's not really all that scary. We still do try to play the game, and like we know some stuff about the game, so it's like not like we're just not trying. But I feel like honestly, I feel like it's a really fun game, partially because we can both take the game seriously enough to like actually try to win, and also just like mess around the whole time. It's not necessarily an easy game, but we can still do both at the same time. If you're still here, Omar, would you agree? Omar's part of the group that's that I play with. we definitely mess around, but we do definitely also try to win. But yeah, it's a fun time. Yeah, it's fun and not too serious. Yeah. I feel like maybe Maro and I are we try hard like a little bit, but not like in a way that's not fun. If that makes sense. It's like we're not being like competitive, unnecessarily competitive about it type thing. I don't know. It's a fun game. It's a fun game, and it's a fun group of people. All right. Hopefully, I have enough resin in that one. I don't know. We'll see how those rubber ones turn out. I'm not sure how those will do. But yeah, I'm excited to see how these turn out. I feel like some of these could be super pretty. I'm excited for that because these were definitely experiments. So we'll see. I feel like the Vampire the Masquerade dice were kind of similar, where they were also, some of them were kind of experiments. We're trying out new stuff. Some of them definitely turned out better than others, I will say. But that just gives me more information for next time. There's a bubble. There's another bubble. I'm running out of stuff in there. Oops. Let's put the lid on the right direction. I feel like this is probably going to give us the best idea of what this set's going to look like. I think that's going to be cool. I think it's going to be cool. And that needs to go underneath something that's got a little bit extra resin. Put under that. Alright. These. Stack some stuff here. Alright, so hopefully I will see you guys next week. I will probably be back the week after that doing some sort of arts and crafts stuff. Might not be pouring resin, it might be inking things or sanding things. We've done a fair amount of resin pouring recently, so we might get some other stuff done that I need to get done. Stack some things. But I think that's pretty much going to do it for today. I need to go run the air compressor, which is rather loud, so I'm not going to, I'm going to try and stack some things. But yes, I'm going to go run the air compressor, so I'm going to let you guys go. But thanks for hanging out, guys. It's always good getting to chat with folks. Hopefully I will see you guys in later live streams. I do have a new video coming out on Thursday with a little bit of a Q&A, so keep an eye out for that. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, or 3 a.m. if the case may be. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Where do I wave? Bye! Bye, guys!